So you might find yourself in a position where you have to move to a new state or a new area, and it's just not possible for you to travel back and forth every time you want to tour a house that comes up. So it is possible that you can buy a house sight unseen. So let's talk about how that'll look. Hi, I'm Crystal. I'm your local realtor based here in Lexington, South Carolina. I come on here once a week just to talk things all life in South Carolina, things to do here, tips on buying and selling here, and just my perspective of life in South Carolina as a transplant myself. So I want to talk about moving to a new area, sight unseen, what that's going to look like, how that's going to work, and the risks that are involved. First thing you want to do is you want to find a realtor that is going to be willing to do a few extra things for you. Somebody that you know, someone you like, someone that you trust, someone that maybe is referred to you that knows, likes, and trusts that person, and try to find somebody that you just feel confident is just going to look out for you and your best interest. So you find your realtor, they agree to help you buy this home sight unseen. And ideally what they will do is do a video tour with you. Now there are pros and cons, so do either a video tour or do a tour on video chat. So video chat, of course, there's that direct line of communication. You can point them in the directions of things you want to see. You can see it firsthand, look closer. However, doing a video and sending that over instead, your realtor can just thoroughly look at everything in this house, go over everything, explain everything in this video, and it could be beneficial to you because you can go back and look at that video as many times as you want to, and you can kind of catch things here and there that maybe you didn't see the first time you went through it in the video. So it all just kind of depends. And also with video chat as well, I've noticed there's sometimes some lagging. I have done it both ways, so it is your preference, however you would like to do that. So you have your agent, they go through and they thoroughly look at this house and maybe see if they will consider going through the neighborhood and looking at all the houses through the neighborhood and all the landscaping and everything else, because you'll see a house and it's beautiful and it's everything you want, and then once you get there, if you see that you don't like the neighborhood's ugly, it's just not what you expected, and that can be a real bummer. And maybe they'll even go the extra mile and do a little video tour around the surrounding shopping areas, places that you're going to be going a lot. You know, you go to the grocery stores a lot, you go to the gym, or you go shopping centers, just kind of a little bit around the neighborhood as well. And that way you can kind of get an idea of what that looks like. There's also Google Maps. In a lot of areas, it'll have a little road map where it's almost like you're in the car driving and you can see the areas around you, and you can kind of look to the left, look to the right, and it'll go all through the town. So that's another option to kind of get an idea. So really just have a really good idea of the area that you're in and what it looks like if you just are completely unable to ever visit before you actually move to town. So your realtor has thoroughly shown you this house, you've seen the neighborhood, you've seen the area, and you love it, and you just want to go forward and put an offer on it before you lose this house. That is also possible to do. Your agent will write up your contract. They can add into that contract a due diligence period, which gives you a certain amount of days that you can get your inspection, you can get your appraisal, and have the house looked at even more thoroughly to make sure that there's nothing in the roof. The HVAC is good. The electrical, plumbing, they look at everything. So you definitely want to make that investment of getting an appraisal done on your home, especially if it's a sight unseen, just to make double sure. Once you have that contract written out, they can send it to you through DocuSign or whatever secure signing application that they use, and they will walk you through everything step by step at what everything means, so you know everything that you're signing. Make sure you read everything and just sign it through DocuSign and send it back over through email. And that is a signed legal document. You are now in contract for this home. And with that due diligence period, if you have that in your contract, is when you'll use that time to get your inspections, get your appraisal, and make sure you do it quickly. Your agent will help you renegotiate with the sellers to fix any repairs that need to be done. If the roof has leaks in it, or if the plumbing is messed up somewhere, you can renegotiate to either have them fix it, or they can take the amount that it will take to fix it off of the base price of the home. So you can negotiate that before your due diligence period is up, and then once it's up, you're locked in. Once you're locked in, you will not get your earnest money back, so you just got to make sure you have all that done. You have a good agent that's going to make sure all this is done before that time has expired. And then it's closing. And again, if you can't make it to that closing, everything can be signed electronically and sent back. Your signature is just as good through DocuSign as if you were sitting at the table signing it with a pen. At that point, the home is yours and the process is complete. Now, with the risks that follow buying a home sight unseen, and while your realtor was as thorough as they possibly could be, they tried to share with you everything they've seen, everything that you might be weary about, you'll get to the property and you'll notice the counters aren't quite as white as I thought they were, or that wall looks a little more green than it looked in the video. The room is not as big as it seemed in the video. It's more closed in. The house has more of a closed in feel to it, where the video made it feel bigger. Pictures and videos can be deceiving, and it's not that your agent is trying to deceive you. And hopefully while they're going through, they will say, as they're looking through the camera, I know this room looks really big in the camera, however, it feels a little small. Hopefully you have an honest agent that will kind of go through that. But even so, they might not even think about it because they're there, and it's just some things they might not think to say, well, these counters aren't as bright as they look on camera, or, you know, these floors are a little dingier than they look on camera. They're not as, sometimes on the camera they look new and shiny, but you get in and they're a little dingier. So it's things like that might come up when you move in. So those are risks that you just need to kind of keep in mind and make sure that you're open to cosmetic differences. Anyway, that's all I have. I hope that this helped you. I know that moving into a home sight unseen is so stressful. I have worked with clients that have never seen the home until after closing day, and it all worked out. So it happens, and hopefully you can find an agent that is willing to go the extra mile for you and do all these things for you to make sure that you get everything out of your home buying experience. And it's easy and smooth as if you were here yourself. If you're thinking of moving to the Lexington, oh, my ring light shut off, but if you are thinking of moving to the Lexington, Columbia area, sight unseen, I will go the extra mile for you. I will do everything that I can to make sure that I represent you and keep your best interest in mind at all times. So give me a call, text me, you can reach me through social media, and otherwise, I will see you next week.